about blessings beyond trials. We're in chapter 1, verses 12 through 13. It reads like this. God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him. And remember, when you are being tempted, do not say, God is tempting me. God is never tempting anyone to do wrong. And he never tempts anyone else. Blessings beyond your trials. Of course, it looks like it's going to be a theme with James, that you're constantly being tested, and it makes perfect sense. Why? Because the first century believers were just constantly under this pounding and pressure, whether it was government or whether it was religious authorities who wanted them dead, literally dead. All right. And so let's look at what James has to say here. Beyond what he said earlier about being perfected, he also talks about the fact that, and remember, when you're being tempted, do not say that God is tempting me. Now, in this case, he's not only talking about trial in terms of persecution, as an example, but he's also talking about temptation to sin, perhaps even more specifically. And when we overcome these temptations to sin, there is also a richness that awaits us when we do that. We are blessed when we do that. And don't ever say that God has done that, because he does not tempt us with sin. Perhaps, if we got really theological, we try not to do that too much, but if we got really theological in the sense that he allows the enemy, he allows it, because Satan cannot do anything without the allowance of God Almighty. However, the fact of the matter is that, remember, he talked about being perfected through testings, and it's the same thing, whether it is persecution or whether it is temptations to sin. These things do, as we said a little earlier, perfect us. But there are blessings beyond these trials, is what we've got to keep our eyes upon. It's what Jesus did. It was beyond the cross. He was able to suffer, knowing there would be shame, difficulty, hardship, name it, to the nth degree, that he was able to endure the